YouTubers, welcome to my third vlog. You probably noticed that me and NJ are wearing the same shirt still. That's because we are kickstarting the vlog with 3 or 4 topics. The topic we're going to discuss today is the topic concerning the GM status, both on Raw and Smackdown. First, we will discuss the Smackdown GM. Mr. Theodore Obvious Long. Good one. Right, okay. My personal opinion of Teddy Long is he plays, of course, yeah, he plays a good face GM, but he's just too obvious in his matches. Maybe it's just me, but he just seems to come across as the kind of guy that seems as if he's going to make a big coup, but in the reality, it's just a simple observation. And he's been the longest serving Smackdown GM, so you got to give him a bit of credit. And he does make some good matches, but he just, for me, he isn't the complete article. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. What do you think about Teddy Long?
Well, Theodore Long has been one of my favourite GMs, but when Theodore Long had that thing with Vince McMahon and Vince McMahon was going to fire him, I was quite interested seeing if Theodore Long was to get fired, who would be the next Smackdown GM. Well, that would be an interesting storyline, but obviously Theodore Long lived up to his potential as a Smackdown GM and kept his job.
I mean, I'm still in shock that he actually came from being a referee to being a GM. That's kind of... He actually went from being a wrestler, not a wrestler, a referee, to a manager, to a GM.
Saying that, we could go to Vince McMahon. I know his father was running the business, but he went from a commentator,
yeah,
all the way up to owning the whole
CEO.
thing.
Yeah, true.
Even though his father was running it, so he was going to make it there anyway.
And I suppose he is the real GM of WWE, isn't he? Because he does do
a good
it.
one too. A heel GM.
Yeah, he's a good heel GM. But yeah, face GM, fine. I'm more inclined to go with the heel GM because it makes it better. It makes better matches for the faces, simply because heel GMs will put, the heels at ease. They'll make matches for the heels, and the faces will, make it look like they cannot win at all, and then they all surprise us by winning.
Dan, are you talking about Vicky Guerrero?
No.
Because
I hate Vicky Guerrero.
She was a SmackDown GM, and oh my gosh.
Are you talking about the most annoying voice ever in WWE?
Yeah, flips.
Apart from Vince McMahon. You're fired!
That was good. He should so come back and say it to someone. Vicky.
But yeah, Vicky Guerrero is she is the perfect heel. I mean, I don't like Vicky Guerrero, but the heat she gets when she's on the mic is priceless. She can say anything, anything ever, and she would just get booed. And the fact that she is Dolph Ziggler's girlfriend makes it even more interesting that she's the pioneer for the next sort of big thing on SmackDown, as it were.
I'm surprised that Vicky has this power of SmackDown when Theodore Long's about. Why is she able to have all this power to create all these matches and help Ziggler to get to the top?
Well, I've got another question for you. Why is Micheal Cole such a douchebag?
I don't know what to say about him.
He is a bit of a douche, though, isn't he?
He is.
But anyway, we will talk about Raw in the next part of the video. Have you got any additional comments to SmackDown, to the Raw GM thing?
There's been few good GMs in the past, but none as good as Stephanie McMahon and now Theodore Long.
Okay, that pretty much sums that one up. But the main problem being that the face thing is getting a bit stale and it's getting a bit old.
SmackDown's had a face GM for too long now, so it would be good to maybe push a heel GM.
Like Vicky.
Not again.
Oh, alright then, fair enough. I don't like her anyway, so I don't even know why I said that. But anyway, next we will talk about the Raw GM, and this is where the majority of our video will come to, the Raw GM. So, stay tuned. Alright, so as promised, we're going to talk about the current and past situation with the Raw GM and what what I think, because it is my show, what I think about the situation. When I think Raw GM, the first name that comes to my head, as I'm sure will be the same with you people out there, is Eric Bischoff. And you want to know why? Because he was a bloody good general manager. He was heel for a start, which is basically what made him a good general manager. He created controversy. He created moments in the WWE which we'll remember. Who will ever forget HLA, Hot Lesbian Action, and his rivalry with Stephanie. When she lost the match, she had to make out with Rikishi, disguised as a female. And the general consensus is that even though his failure with WCW is very apparent, that he was a very influential character. In this present era of WWE, and he is, in my opinion, probably the best general manager of the lot.
I'm back.
Oh, look who it is! Look who's back! It's NJ. So yeah, with what I've just said with regards Eric Bischoff, I know you have good opinions of Bischoff. What are your opinions?
Bischoff is the greatest Raw GM we've had. Yeah, we've had other people try and be just as good, like Adam Lay.
That sounds French.
Yeah, don't know what happened to him. And Mick Foley,
yeah.
Stone Cold. They've all had their part, but Eric Bischoff's been my favourite. Stupid way they got rid of him though. In the trash.
To be honest, that's kind of where he deserved to be. I'm just saying. But yeah, we've had a succession of, Raw hosts. But what about the current Raw GM? I mean, Bischoff, we agree, is probably the best because he created controversy, and his book, Controversy Creates Cash, or whatever it was called.
Great book. Go and buy it.
I haven't read it. But yeah, he didn't pay us for that, by the way. But yeah, what about the current Raw GM at the moment? This anonymous GM.
Who do you think it is?
I have no idea. I for a while I thought it was Micheal Cole, but obviously not. I've just received an email from the anonymous general manager, and I quote, "I am a dick. I am Micheal Cole."
That's pretty good.
Sorry, I just hate Micheal Cole so much.
Sounds like him.
Well, thanks.
Pretty good.
Thanks. All you have to do is put on a really darshy voice, and you do it pretty well. But yeah, the current Raw GM, we don't know who. I know we're going to make predictions later, but this whole angle they're doing with him at the moment, I thought was getting kind of stale. Until all the possibilities of all the possibilities of candidates were coming in, like HBK, Triple H, Micheal Cole, all these past legends, because he's doing all these things to these wrestlers, and you think, what one person would be against Edge? What one person would be against DX? And all them wrestlers like that, and it has you guessing, and that is the great thing about this Raw GM. You're always guessing.
And one thing about the GM that I'm struggling at the minute is, number one, is the way they gave Wade so much power over John Cena. This person must either really hate Cena or really like Wade.
I hate him as much as CM Punk.
Yeah.
But we all know he can't be the general manager.
No. And then there's the other thing, which is, as we saw the week just gone, this GM was bigging up Micheal Cole.
Oh yeah, calling him handsome. Yeah, I know. It made me puke a little bit too. Handsome. You're having a laugh.
So it's just making who this GM is more complicated.
But we talked about Bischoff and this current Raw GM, but who out of the two you think Bischoff is better?
Out of who, sorry?
Out of the anonymous Raw GM and Bischoff, I'm guessing you think just Bischoff's better.
I think Bischoff all the way.
Go on, carry on.
It's just that I think this GM is got us, one, confused on who it could be, and two, gone on a bit too long now.
I know it's gone on a bit too long, but the thing that I like about it, as opposed to Bischoff, is the fact that there's always questions. I know Bischoff created controversy, and he was always good for that kind of thing. But the Raw GM is always creating questions. We don't know for a start, we don't know who he is. We don't know when he's going to reveal himself. Hopefully soon. Raw GM, I hope you reveal yourself soon, because I want to know who the hell you are, because you're really annoying me at the moment, to the point where I'm making vlogs about you. So please reveal yourself soon, whoever the hell you are.
It's like we were saying earlier today. I don't think the WWE even know who the Raw GM is.
Creative have really got a mess on their hands here. And I quote, yeah, I think it's Micheal Cole, but it could be anyone. It could be Vince.
Vince, well, when the Raw GM first started, Vince was in the ring when...
He got attacked by Nexus, yeah.
So I'm thinking, as you've all sadly heard, I hope, Triple H is gradually going to be more of the business side of WWE. Could this be his point of leaving the wrestling side?
I don't want to see him leave. But if he's going to leave, at least he'll be in a TV role with, control over matches and stuff. So, it's not all bad for Triple H if Triple H is the person.
But then again, our guesses could be wrong.
Yeah.
Who do you think it could be?
Yeah. If you have any suggestions or any questions you can ask us, don't hesitate to leave your comments in the comment section below, or on mine and NJ's Twitter or Tumblr. And you can go on my Tumblr at Daniel Parkin, which will be down at the bottom soon, or Twitter, which is Daniel_Parkin, or you can log on to NJ's blog at WWNJ, Tumblr blog of course, or his Twitter. Post something on Twitter, give him a mention, retweet him. He likes that kind of thing. It gives him popularity. Yeah, just or go on his Twitter at NJ17. And again, if you have any comments or anything, please keep them to yourself. No, I'm joking. Leave them in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.